Welcome, guys. Now let's take a look at GBP USD. So before we get started, if you are new and you've not subscribed, make sure you do so. Click on the subscribe button, like and share. Now take a look at this GBPJPY, right? We all know how we made this movement, right? I think I did analysis on the third, right? We actually had this drop on this GBP USD, where we predicted that this GBP USD will definitely drop to this same level, right? Now on the fifth, the next day, right, on the fourth, right, which is on Friday, we kind of had this bullish move, right? Now we will continue to have this bullish move again, right? There's a reason why I'm saying so. So in order to predict why we would be having such a movement, I want you to actually stay and follow me, and I'm going to analyze it from the monthly time frame, by the way, downward to the 4 hour time frame, and we will know why we'll be placing such trade. First of all, now take a look at this monthly time frame on GBP USD. We would want to know the trend. What is the trend for this movement? Clearly, we can start. This is a bullish move. This is clear a bullish move on our GBP JPY. That means we'll be having a bearish move on our JPY pairs, right? Any other pair relating to our JPY should actually give us that bullish move while our JPY is dropping. And I've also included this moving average, which I will be using 10 period moving average. You know, it is one of the fastest moving average, right? We all know the rules of trading it, that once this price is above our moving average, then this is a buy, right? We are to go long. But if it is below the moving average, then it is a sell. You are to actually short it. So clearly we consider out this period price has been above our moving average. I think this started, since I think early 2020, right? We've been having this bullish move on GBP, JPY. Now you would notice something here that happened. You see that price kind of came here. You saw it rejected, right? It failed to break above the highs. We saw it happen again, failed to break above the highs. We saw it here, failed to break above the highs the third time. And all of a sudden, the price broke above it, right? Of course, once price breaks above it, we all expect price to give us a pullback, right? This is exactly what we've had. Now that we've had this pullback, we would be expecting another bullish move on GBPJPY. So this GBPJPY, right? We can take a look at it for this month of November. You can see it is red, but by the time the month will end, I believe it will actually close green, because we will still see the price push up. So they're saying to even close above it. So by that time, once the month end, and we go to the next month, you would have seen this charts, this candlestick with a very huge candlestick wick below, while the price will actually close, bullish, right? So we are still on a bullish move on GBPJPY. So just notice it. As long as we are above the moving average, then we should go long, especially if you want to trade it on a monthly time frame. This is a bullish move, still on a bullish move. What we are having now is just kind of like a pullback, which will correct itself soon, and it will continue to take us bullish. That should now take us to the weekly time frame. Now you would see this movement on GBP JPY. You can take a look at this movement here that we once talked about, right? We saw price came to this level, we saw a rejection, we saw price actually roll up to this same level again, we saw it rejected, we saw it again at this level. This is one of the reasons why I have highlighted this level top here, which we once see as our resistance. If we're following closely, we would have seen how we predicted that once price gets to this level, we tend to see a drop. Once we get to this level, we tend to see a drop. If you are following consistently, right, then this movement was made. Price kind of broke above it, gave us a pullback, and now we have dropped. Though we would expect it to go bullish, right? One of the reasons why we want to go bullish is that on the fundamental aspect of it, we all know about the hike in interest rates, right? But this is one of the reasons why we would actually be seeing a bullish move on our GBP pairs, due to the BOE, Bank of England, increasing their interest rates. I think it is now at 3%, right? That itself should be able to push the currency up. That means we should see a bullish move on our GBP pairs throughout this week that we are predicting for an upper week. We should kind of see, like, start seeing a bullish move on our GBP pairs. So just have that in mind, that GBP itself will give us a bullish move. which will be very visible. Though this week that just finished, we kind of closed red, right? This week that you're predicting for, we should hopefully close, green. If possible, you should be able to take out this ice, right, on GBP USD, GBP JPY, sorry. And again, we can see that we are still above the moving average. As long as we are still above the moving average, then this is still a bullish move. Except the price drops further down and break below the 10 period moving average, then we might consider changing the strategy of taking this trade, or consider look for a way to actually place this trade. But since it is still above the moving average, then clearly we should look for a way to go long. That should now take us to the daily time frame. Now I want you guys to even see the movement from here. You see that this is kind of like an uptrend starting from here. So I'll start this movement, which is kind of like higher highs, right? Higher lows, higher highs. You can see it, right? Which broke this previous highs. We saw this lows go back. We see a new higher highs, right? Which broke this previous highs. Now a pullback has occurred. So do not be surprised that price actually dropped to this level, because we once talked about it, right? Price has dropped. What do we expect price to make again? The movement we expect it is another bullish move that we should be able to break above this level, because I believe by within this week we are trying to predict to next 2 weeks to next 3 weeks, we should kind of see this rally bullish movement, kind of like a spike in our GBP pairs. That itself should be able to push our GBP to JPY, by the way. So we should be expecting a bullish move on GBP JPY. So a bullish move should be made that will be able to break out this ice. I think we should be able to take it out in 2 weeks. If we don't take it out this week that we are predicting for, then by upper week, our GBP should have given us that bullish move that would have taken out this level we are talking about. And that is the movement. And let's see what 4 hour time frame says, because we would love to place the trade on a 4 hour time frame, right? But before we get to the 4 hour time frame and what the 4 hour time frame says, let's take a look at what this JPY index says, which shows all our JPY pairs. So now let's start this movement from here. So I will start this movement from here. We can see this bearish move, lower lows. We can take a look at this correction, lower highs, a new lower lows has been made, right? So I believe this is the lower highs. This is why we had two candlestick wick rejected. The price kind of drop, right? We see here as like a little bit of a pullback after this level, because price has just reacted here, right? Now price is at this level, of course. Once price has reacted to a level previously and price gets to that same level again, price must surely react. If you are watching this consistently, you will see I will repeatedly say such a thing, that once price has reacted to a level previously and price gets to that same level, it must surely react again. So now that this price is at this level, we should see it react by giving us a bearish move. There's no surprising why we actually closed bearish on Friday, right? This Friday that just passed, we kind of closed bearish. So be expecting more bearish movements, right? So we would want to start seeing a drop on JPY index. That itself alone should be able to give us a push again on GBP to JPY. So on the technical aspect of it, we should be expecting a drop on JPY. So as the drop will be made on JPY, then we should see that bullish move on GBP to JPY. And on the fundamental aspect of this GBP JPY, we all know the news of interest rates increased. So that again should be able to push our GBP JPY. So guys, watch out for this week. GBP JPY, we should kind of see a bullish move that will take out this highs. I think within 2 weeks, we should be able to do such a we should be able to make that such movements on our GBP JPY.